Eggman steals the research from a military base located on an island to the south. The military's top-secret weapon, Shadow, sealed in the space colony Ark, the 7 Chaos Emeralds. When all of the keys have been collected, world conquest will be at hand. Sonic Adventure 2, The Dark Side Story. Long live the Eggman Empire.
Welcome back to more Sonic Adventure 2. I'm Hugh the Fire, and last time we finished up the Hero Side Story mode, and in this episode we're gonna get on and get started on the Dark Side Story mode. So for this time around, I actually have a chance to sort of redeem myself from the blunder I made at the very beginning of this Let's Play, in which there was a jump between deleting and uploading, loading completed that new save files. But anyway, so this time around, since we're beginning a new story path, I may as well go ahead and boot up a new file.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Security breach at gate 3. Intruder has been located in the north quadrant and is moving in the direction of the underground base. All units prepare to engage. Emergency battle formations. Standard battle procedures initiated. Locate and stop the intruder from entering security area.
Man, how many security doors or barricades does one corridor need, huh?
Let's take a look at what my grandfather was working on. A top-secret military weapon. The military shut down the research because they feared him.
So, contrary to what you may have believed from playing the Hero Side Story mode, we are not starting off as Shadow. We're starting off as Eggman. Getting right into business. Infiltrating a military base. On his own, actually. This might actually be the first time Eggman does such a thing, I believe. Like, invade a military base in general, I think. Because, is this enough? Yes, this is enough. Let's just fetch the shout key right there. So yes, now this... well, you know. It's pretty much on Prison Island. Again. Because you'll be playing different story paths, you will see how they converge eventually. And lead to the outcome which you may have been questioning when playing the Hero Side Story mode. So I don't think it happened quite right now, but so yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason Eggman ran into Amy on Prison Island. It's because Shadow was here, as well as Sonic when he was imprisoned. So these security doors may be man-proof, but they're not Eggman-proof, clearly. We're just blasting through like nobody's business. Yeah, see right here? We need a Vulcan count for this. And just like with Tails, you can just imagine what kind of upgrade is behind that door.
Level 3 security door breach. Intruder has breached sections 3 through 8.
And because I booted up a new save file, I forgot to switch the voices to Japanese. But why not? Let's just continue the trend with starting off with English, and then we switch off to... Oh boy. Oh. I love that sound it makes. So yeah, one thing I forgot to explain for Tails is that if you're up close to an enemy and then push the shoot button, you will actually do a sort of melee attack. Tails shoots out the weird propeller thing, which I don't really know what is. But Eggman shoots out a good old classic boxing blow. That's when you know the game designers are taking themselves way too seriously, I suppose. Because if Eggman would like to have maximum effect for lethal damage, I think it would probably be some kind of spear pointer or something. Oh boy. So yeah, what I picked up right there is a health package. Pick it up, and your health meter will be restored to maximum. Because once again, we have a set amount of health. So even if we don't have any rings, we won't die if we get hit, as long as we have enough health to survive. The downside to that, of course, is you can't just keep taking hits like with the other characters. As long as you pick up one ring, you will eventually die, and rather quickly too. But the way to recover HP is to collect rings or first aid kits. For once, eh? Which is conveniently placed for us right here. Fucking idiots.
Look for the missile.
Piece of cake.
I may have been about 190 points away from an A rank or something. Because yes, I do tend to take a little bit of my time while doing commentary. And not just blazing through as the game wants me to. Because, you know, gotta go fast! Eggman is actually quite the athlete. I mean, look at this running speed he has. Maybe it really was no wonder he was able to outrun Sonic during that one classic game. Well, since we're already here...
Bruh.
Yosh. I'm not entirely sure why, but for some reason they decided to I'm pretty sure this is the English voice for Eggman, but for some reason they decided to maintain the Japanese expressions for different sound cues and well, you know, expressions. So instead of saying there or don't worry, buddy, he keeps saying yosh, like they will do in Japanese. Like when you pick up something or someone, you might be saying yoisho or something, which it says right there too. That is also a typical Japanese expression for jumping or climbing something, or yeah, you know. Yes, you can actually slap your chow. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a monster. I may be a maniacal, evil scientist trying to take over the world, but I respect chow, damn it!
So this is the military's top secret weapon. It's a lot smaller than I expected. Enter user data. Enter password. Password is Maria. Maria. Now all I have to do is to place the Chaos Emerald into this console. Are you trying to spoil my plans again?
Man, the guys in this universe are clearly colorblind. For better or worse, I suppose.
Shadow, since you were so kind to release me.
So, judging by Shadow's looks, we could assume he is somewhat biologically the same age as Sonic. But chronologically, he is 50 years old. Or more. Man, doesn't that feel a bit weird to know, huh?
This is Scorpion Troops Hotshot. Enemy movement has been detected. En route to intercept.
He's like a Nina Williams from Tekken. Biologically, she's like in her 20s or something, or is it 30s? I think she's somewhere in her 20s. But chronologically, yeah, she's much older. So same strategy as with Sonic. Get hit by rockets before you actually deal any damage. Good. This is the ultimate. Now this one actually has a new quirk to it. Let's try to show it off if I get the chance. Yes, he actually has that lock-on beam, which will fire at you. But just stay out of the crosshairs, and you should be fine. Yup. Oh! Dual exchange! Or as it means in Japanese, Ayuchi! Oh, can we do? No, I messed up. I totally messed up that one, yeah. Or maybe. No. A bit more distance, I think. Oh, it still doesn't work. Alright, let's just be patient now. Arigato. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, no kidding. We shot rockets at beams at it, but none of them worked. Useless heaps of metal. I'll eliminate them all. Where did you come from, Omega?
You are the military's top secret weapon. But what did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
Bring more Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, wait!
I'll be waiting for you in the central control room.
So they call Shadow a top secret weapon. But when did they ever use him? Not ever, I don't think. And what exactly were they planning to use him for? In case of war, I suppose, but unfortunately, Shadow's motivations are not quite aligned with the military, I believe.
You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine. You got that? The Master Emerald contains
Same cutscene, different music.
the Chaos Emerald.
You know what to do, Eggman.
Makes it very powerful. What the? Look who's calling who.
Okay, seriously, how exactly did the Master Emerald get all the way out here? Rouge was, Rouge snatched it away from the shrine, I suppose, and then carried all the way here before Knuckles caught up to her?
Just take it with me. Farewell, Knucklehead.
Not if I can help it.
That instantly reminded me of Some Call Me Johnny's playthrough of the Sonic Adventure 2 randomizer.
If it's in pieces, I can
Ballistically fun shit, yeah. You should totally check it out.
I despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
There's no need to speak like a petty thief, Rouge.
Three pieces of the emerald are hidden somewhere around here. Watch the radar at the bottom of the screen and use it. It's the best way to find them all.
The best way to find them all is by playing Adventure 1, didn't you know? Where the radar will work, regardless of which emerald you're collecting or in order. So this turtle right here was held hostage by those two gun robots, I believe. Why exactly, I don't know. Maybe the military just really wanted some turtle soup, eh?
This is the small oasis.
So unlike Knuckles, we're actually starting off at a more flourished and not dry desert. This is more of an oasis. Climb the turtle, push the B button, and you will be taken to a different section of the stage. So in that sense, this stage is actually a little bit bigger than Knuckles, I believe. Oh yes, another thing I think I forgot to mention is that there are 3 Chow containers to be found in each stage. Break open the second and the third, you will get animals. Break open the third, and you will get a mythical animal. Whether it be a phoenix, dragon, or a unicorn. Right above us, or right below us. Right below us, I believe. Here? Okay, now what? Or here? No? Oh, right there. Once again, Rouge can also dive. She's a bat, but she clearly does not mind getting her wings wet. Maybe they are just covered in some kind of, how you say, oily or something like that layer, so that water cannot seep through and weigh her down. Because there are totally animals which have that kind of thing, I think, maybe. We can't reach that one up otherwise, but do a spinning jump thingy, magic-y, and you will get it just fine. Seems like the next emerald piece is not in this area. Or the second one, anyway. The third one maybe here. But we're gonna need to do some backtracking, yeah, of course. So one thing I would like to mention quickly. It is 2025, and you know, a new presidency for America. But but regardless of what you feel and which party you voted for, we should all be able to agree that we can just hope for the best for America and the world as a whole. Like, as some people have already said, even if you don't like a certain president, you don't want to see him fail, and you don't really want to root against him. Because if you do that, you're rooting against your country. And, which is not all that different from self-hatred, you know. And having low self-esteem. There it is. So, let's make a quick climb. Because yeah, when Joe Biden won, you know, I didn't know anything. It was completely up in the air for me. So I really did hope he was better than Trump, or at least as good. But then years came and passed, and yeah, we saw how that happened. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the third crate we open. And there's our unicorn. No, I think it's in the other area. Sure is. Man, that's so unnecessary. Oh boy. But it might actually... Yeah. Thought so. We have to enter the water. And then we have to grab onto this turtle right here. Why? Because... hurry up, I have a limited amount of air, you know. Like, you know, those breasts she has... they unfortunately are not extra reserves for oxygen. What if they actually were? What if human females actually evolved so that they will be able to store? Never mind.
I guess.
That's strange images popped up in my head when I had that thought. Even after growing up and filtering out certain thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, and like blurting them out loud, Sometimes I trip up, in a sense. Right, but let's just go ahead and give this one to the Chow, I suppose. Unfortunately, he will not gain more experience points in swimming when he does that. A significant boost in run, and some in swim and fly. And as you saw right there, when you give a Chow an animal, they will gain some of its body parts. Whereas if we give him a regular animal, he will gain he will gain some, lose some. So if you don't want your Chow to have the body parts of animals, the alternative is that you only feed him these Chaos Drives, or Chow Fruit for that matter. Because if you don't know, if you feed him a Chow Fruit, which can be bought in the black market, it will boost all of its stats. Unlike your regular fruits like this one, which will only boost its stamina. Now, should you change your mind and not want those animal parts anymore, you can give him animals which remove those parts and return him to regular Chow body parts. Don't be shy, nobody's gonna take the food away from you. That's a good little boy. Alright, let's move on. We don't care to play as Shadow quite yet.
This pyramid. Let's take this here first, then get inside.
So yeah, since I was able to boot up a new save file, we get the chance to experience this stage full proper.
Watch out for the quicksand below. If you fall in, there's no way out.
Indeed, unlike Sonic, we are not able to jump out quicksand. Our mech will immediately sink into it. Eggman, did you come unprepared for this place? Knowing you would probably have some kind of mole drilling machine or something which is fully capable of traversing and submerging in quicksand and the like in a desert. When you think about it too much, you know, it kind of ruins the experience. You gotta justify it somehow, you know. Like you said in Unleashed, shut up, that was just a part of the plan, part of the big picture. What's the point in overcoming... what's the point in achieving my goals without any challenge? Anyway. He's not completely wrong, you know. If life is about getting whatever you want, whenever you want, then what's the point in living? I actually don't know. I have never really reached a point where I'm able to get whatever I want whenever I want it. In which case I will be able to judge whether what's the point in life anymore. I can only dream, I suppose. So, was this... yeah, I believe this was Eggman's secret base, wasn't it? But the gun military is clearly on his ass. Like, they are patrolling this place like nobody's business. Trying to find Eggman, I suppose. What exactly are those spewing towers there? You know, those towers in the back are spewing fire there. They are like spewing exhaust from oil or something being burned. Not quite sure. What purpose? That clearly... Game, I disagree. That 1000 point robot was mine. So yes, without the hovering booster or jets, whatever they're called, you gotta be very careful when playing the stage. And without them, it might actually be a bit difficult to get the A rank on the first try. considering you have to wait for these moving platforms, you can't just hover on right over. Well, we should be at home stretch soon, I think. Yosh! And Link will be proud. Even though I left some of them intact. Break these so we can jump on them. Be gone, wretch! Why exactly are these gun capsules here, even though this is Eggman's hidden base? I suppose they took over one while he was away, because they even have a flags raised here. I guess Eggman's robot army met their match. Because you would think he placed them out as guards. Which it did when Tails was invading this place. The animal we just picked up right there is some kind of ghost bat. If you give that to a Chow, you might actually remove its legs and replace them with a ghost tail. Making them levitate, essentially, when they're moving around in the Chow Garden. Creepy. There is a certain downside to it, however, which I won't explain right now, because I think showing is better than telling. It is the golden rule of presentation, I believe. Which is what many news outlets, whether mainstream or completely independent, do not follow, unfortunately. Because it's quite obvious. Because it's a really big red flag when all you see them is them talking and not really showing him what they're talking about. And the moments they do show off what they're talking about, they are usually just clipping out things out of context. Yeah. But one piece of advice I suppose I should give you is that you should always be asking questions and notice how people respond when you ask questions. Are they able to respond? Or are they trying to talk their way around it? So with that, I suppose that should be it for this episode of Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dark Side Story mode. So next time, we'll press on.